It's that time again. You know where you at? Valhalla, let's get it. Turn the sound up.
Lights down low, but the screen bright, glowing. Another game day, yeah, the energy flowing. Valhalla's on the mic, yeah, the host with the most. From the west to the Midwest, we raising the toast for the boys in blue. Dodger fan, we run deep while the other fans sleep. These the promises we keep. Every pitch, every swing in the chat, we all in. This ain't just a stream, this a straight up call, and we getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight for the purple and gold or the blue and white. From the Calico sun to the Minnesota cold, for the Vikings faithful, stories yet to be told. Skull Vikes in the house, hear the war horn sound. Best sports talk on the tube, just look around. Then we switching the lanes for the other purple and gold. Laker Nation stand up, watch the legends unfold. This a place for the fans by a real fanatic. The passion is real, man, the vibe's automatic. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight for the purple and gold or the blue and white. Yeah, you see the vision, you feel the pride. Hit that subscribe, nowhere to hide. Smash it like button, show them we here. Become a member, make the message clear. You ain't just a viewer, you part of the crew. Showing that support, yeah, we seeing you.
Yeah! The hall is live. Valhalla Sports Talk. We here all day. Let's go!
What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Packers versus Vikings, NFL football here on the channel this morning. In a sad season for the Minnesota Vikings. But Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. Betting is open. Use your Valhalla Sports Talk points. They're like points, but with a V to bet the winner of the game. Choices, Packers, Vikings. Bet between 10 and 10,000. You too could be Voight Rich by the end of the day. Early shout-outs to the early arrivals. All three of you. All two of you. Dog catcher in the house. New foe up in here. Mark Guest in the house. New year new. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, anyway, today is going to be a play it by ear day. I got Vikings Packers here, right? I'm not going to be able to see the game, so I'm going to have to watch it on a Red Zone and call it from the play-by-play screen. And then I've got Rams Cardinals scheduled. But there is a big but. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. If this one is ugly, like I'm anticipating, then we might not do that middle game. I might just take a nap instead. But after that one, then we'll do the battle for the AFC Central. I guess it is. It's Steelers versus Ravens. So TBD on Rams Cardinals. TBD. We'll see how this one does. I am definitely, as I've mentioned a number of times, maybe too many times in the last couple weeks, on the wrong side of the YouTube algorithm. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Where's the Bud Grant headgear? Valhalla Sports Talk, says Nufo. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put on a hat either. I don't know. Might let the old follicles breathe today. Might let them breathe. But anyway, this is an 11 o'clock start here in Arizona. That is 12 o'clock in California. 1 o'clock in New York City. New York City. Bet Vikings, dog catcher, 99.99. New folk bets Packers all. Oops, nothing's typing. But yeah, so we've got about 30 minutes, right? About 20 minutes to kick off. Liquid and gold in the house. Says, let's go Vikes. Skull, baby. So a disappointing year for the Vikings again. But anywho, let's go ahead and look at the particulars for today's contest. What you say? We'll look at them old particulars. The particulars with 6 up in here, up in here. This game will take place at U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a balmy 24 degrees in the Land O'Lakes region. But they're playing inside, so no problem, no problemo. This will be shown on CBS in large swaths of the country. Just not here. Just not here. It won't be shown here. Today is January 4th, 2026. Matchup predictor has, even with, I believe Jordan Love is out of this game, Chad. I don't know. We'll look at the injury report here in a sec, but I think Love is out. But the Packers with a 61% chance of victory, the Vikings 38.7%. That does not add up to 100%. So 0.3% think it's going to be a tie. The Newfield predicting Packers 35, Vikings 10. Vikings have made us many memories. 3 different mid-quarterback performers. Yeah, exactly. All right, for those of you that like to put a little Skrilla, some scratch, some bacon, some dinero, some dollars, some ducats, some cheddar, some cheese, some money, some moolah on the game. The game odds, according to DraftKings. Holy shit. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. The Vikings, according to DraftKings, are a 12.5-point favorite. Wait, what? It opened at 6.5. It opened at 6.5. It's currently at minus 12.5. Vikings a minus 675 on the money line. Packers plus 490. Wait, what? Wait, what? All right, let's look at the top performers, right? For the season. Jordan Love, 291 for 439, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,381 passing yards. McCarthy for the Vikes, 126 for 220, 11 touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. He's been better late in the season. He's got 1,450 yards. Josh Jacobs is out, apparently, it says, right? Josh Jacobs out, 234 for 13, 929 on the season. Mason is 145 for 6, 664 on the year. Dobbs, 724 receiving yards, 555 receptions, 6 touchdowns. And in what might have been the worst season for Justin Jefferson, he has 76 receptions, but only 2 touchdowns and 947 yards. The Vikings, I know they have a goal today to get him to 1,000. So hopefully they can do that early and make it happen. Micah Parsons is out for the Packers on the IR. Has 12 and a half sacks. Van Ginkel, the leading sacker for the Vikings, with 7. So the only real question I have is Love. And I'm thinking with that line moving like it did, that means Love is out. But here's the injury report for the Packers, and it doesn't have Love on it. Quay Walker, the linebacker, inactive for coach's decision. Edge and Cooper. So they're resting everybody. The Packers intend to rest everybody today, I believe. I don't know. I guess it all depends, right? Let's see. That line has got me all kinds of messed up. No, I'm just not sure, Nufo. I'm not sure, bro. Let me click on his name real quick. It says he's active. It says Love is active. Why would you play Love and rest everybody else? I'm not sure I get it. I bet you he's on a short leash if he is in there. I bet you he's on an extremely short leash. Clayton Tune is starting for the Packers, says Choa. How does ESPN have the Packers up? I don't know, bro. I don't know where that comes from. Every Vikings fan is rocking for Darnold this postseason, says Nufo. You shut your mouth, Nufo. I might time you out for the day so I don't have to read your bullshit. I might put you on a little day-long timeout. I'm sick of your shit. 13:21 before red zone launches. 18 in the house. Clayton Tune starting for the Packers today. Jordan Love is the backup. Gotcha. Gotcha. Don't make me do it, Nufo. Let's go to the main here. We still got 15 minutes for this thing starts. $23 in the house. Let's make these zeros. Oh, shit, man. Let me see if I'm showing up on any kind of a search, because this is ridiculous. I'm there. I am there, chat. It ain't pretty, but I'm there. We be here till the victory is won. Hello from Port Angeles, Washington. Go Green Bay package, says Doug Perry. What's up, Doug? I was disappointed last night, says Choa. Yeah, me too. I was disappointed. I was disappointed as well. What's for breakfast? I don't know. The COO didn't ask me. She was like, F that dude. She didn't ask me if I wanted breakfast, didn't make nothing. So I guess a monster. I think I'll have a monster for breakfast. I am scared for Ravens versus Steelers game, says Arrowhand. Doug says hi. Hi. 22 up in here. So weird thing happened today. I was looking for an older Viking hat that I have, the shark tooth one that I have, and the COO took a whole bunch of my hats and put them in a bag and threw them in the laundry room. And I was digging through it for that Viking hat, and I pulled out a Laker hat. And apparently, I bought that Laker hat just a week ago, the exact one. So I have two of the same Laker hats. They're literally identical. Seahawks all the way, says Doug Perry. Got any Cocoa Puffs? You know, we don't get cereal much anymore. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go, says Chom Dog. Joe had a little bit of oatmeal this morning. A little bit of oatmeal. It's kind of yucky looking day here, y'all. Overcast. Overcast. The neighbors' dogs are running along the fence line, so now they're about to declare war on the one next door to them. It's two Labradoodles and four Labradoodle puppies versus what I believe is a Rottweiler. Buy one get two. I don't know. I don't remember ever having that hat or why I wore that other Laker hat every time I did a Laker stream, but now I have two of the same. You could sprout a second head and dress like twins. Yeah, I could do that, I suppose. How would one go about sprouting a second cranium? I think if I knew how to do that, I would probably make a second something else. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Go Ravens, Zerohan. But so I didn't find the shark Viking hat. I didn't find what I was looking for. There it is. There it is, chat. Oh, we be here till the victory is won. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exclusive offer for you ahead of today's extra. First, with all divisional rematches on tap, go F18. Happier than a puppy with two milk cones. Milk bones. Milky bonies. Yeah, look at that. Take a look at a notable trend from today's matchups. It's so weird that I have two of those now. I knew I liked it. Charger victory. This game to a pretty crappy season. Skull Vikes, says Wallace Snow. You know nothing, Wallace Snow. But I agree. I agree. That hat is skull cold. Skull cold, baby. 6'10. 6'10 before red zone goes active. But the Packers to sleep, says George Casillas. George is here, y'all. George, Valhalla Sports Talk. Watch out for that chat. Game of Thrones milk with that Jon Snow reference. Yep. She was beautiful, that girl. She was a number one stunner. We be here till the victory is won. What's up, man? What's up? Again, I will not be able to see this game. I'll just be watching the red zone. And you know they're going to ignore the shit out of us. You know they will ignore the absolute piss out of us. How many games are going this morning? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 games going this morning. Well, 6, including ours. 6. So Indy, Houston, Dallas, New York Giants. Indy, Houston is the one that's showing here on CBS. Dallas and the Giants. Cleveland, Cincinnati. Oh, that Atlanta, New Orleans game is this morning. Atlanta, New Orleans this morning. And then Tennessee, Jacksonville. I believe CeeLo's doing that one. I believe CeeLo's going to do that one. But from the looks of it, you Rams fans better get me hyped up if you want me to stream that second game. Because it's looking pretty grim in here right now. I have some money on the LA Chargers, and I'm in a bit of a drought. Oh. Well, they're not exactly killing it either. The Chat Sports boys, they only got like 350 in the Viking one and 100 in the Packer one. So they're not exactly crushing it. Grossi, though, of course, got 1,000 in there. Two minutes, 50 seconds to red zone. What's Randy doing? Randy got about 100. Why, you son of a bitch. All right, let me fix that. We're not going to do that all day. I'll guarantee that. I'll guarantee it. I will guarantee we ain't going to do that all day. How were your holidays? Says David Spate. Good. We had a good one. Yeah, Green Bay rests, and that line, the way the line moved is absolutely insane to me. Vikings favored by 12 and a half. Be a nice way to end a shitty season for us to absolutely obliterate the Packers, to send them to the playoffs. But that's not usually how it works out for Vikings or their fans. Can't wait to see Keenan Allen get those bonuses, says George. I can wait. What you talking about, chum dog? What do you mean? What's absurd? Absurd. All right, less than a minute before red zone goes active. Yeah, almost the whole team's out. Almost the whole team in the betting line, Schmidt, moved from 6.5 to 12.5. Vikings are a 12-point favorite at kickoff. Green Bay is already locked in on the 7 seed. Rapier Porter checks in, says, go, Pack, go. Oh, you didn't realize it? It just happened. It just happened this evening because it opened at 6.5. On opening on Monday, I guess it is, right? Is that when the odds come out? Or Tuesday? 6.5. All right, I got an NFL logo and some movement here on Red Zone. We had a thing today that said the Raiders are open to trading Max Crosby. Look good in Viking purple. If the Chargers are smart, they'll just pay him the bonus and rest him. All right, so they start out, does Red Zone, with the Texans. Texans are wearing their all navy. Remember last year the Chiefs rested everybody the last game of the season and lost 38-0? Nah, I don't remember that. Max to the Patriots, confirmed by a darn shelter? What you talking about? So we're going to, after today, another NFL regular season is done, chat. Championship. The 2, 3, 5, 6 seeds in both conferences. Hanson is going over what's going to happen, what things will be determined by these games today. Rushing and receiving titles up for grabs. And obviously draft position. You just goofing? I got you. I didn't know what you're doing. I didn't know, bro. Saints, Falcons, Browns, Bengals, Colts, Texans. I imagine that Falcon game was on Fox. That would have probably been a smarter one to do, but I'm a glutton for Viking punishment. The Chargers might play New England in the first round. Titans, Jaguars, Packers at Vikings, Cowboys at Giants. Jersey to take on New York Giants. Dak Prescott trying to become the first. I got you, Chum. Seattle Seahawks have secured the sole NFC bye week, clinching the number 1 seed. Yep. All right, we're underway. Vikings returning it. Takes it to about the 28. All right, so we're underway, but I don't have a stat page yet, so I can't call it. I'll start trying to refresh these stat screens, and then we'll get into the game, okay? Refresh this bad boy too. Then we'll go lock this puppy in. We will go lock it in here. But we are underway here in week 18. All right, so that's perfect. This one is still playing its commercial. And then I'll go try to find this time clock. We'll see if it's lined up. Trevor Lawrence sacked on the first play in that Titans game. I'm still trying to find this, y'all, the time clock. I got to put a little tag on it so it's easier to find. Properties. So we found that. We need to show it. All right, so we're good. Here we go. Here we go. Mason left guard, a 1 yard gain. Going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Vikings on the Green Bay 39. So the Vikings driving here in the first quarter. Vikings are driving in this first quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 39. Mason already 2 carries for 14 yards. McCarthy pass short middle to Jefferson for 10. First down, First down, Vikings takes it to the Green Bay 29. Green Bay 29. I want to move this up a bit. Move that up. Red zone still hasn't gone to this game. Red zone still hasn't gone to this game. 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 29. I think Jefferson has hit 1,000 yards. No, he needed 50, right? He needed 50? First and 10 from the Green Bay 29. There might have been an injured player or something there, but they're showing the Houston game on Red Zone. Shelby Minnick in the house. What's up, Shelby? McCarthy pass short middle to Jefferson for another 10? No, that's the last play. Shelby Minnick up in here. I don't know what the holdup is here, y'all. I don't know what the holdup is, chat. I hope Jefferson wasn't hurt on that. Anybody watching it know what the delay is? Anybody have any idea what the delay is? All right, here we go. Vikings from the 29. McCarthy running to his right, a stiff arm. Lowers his shoulder on Nixon. And he'll get a flag for taunting. Anyway, there's a flag on that play. I don't know when that occurred. Good for him, y'all. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on? Oh, I don't have the thing up. Anyway, Vikings got a field goal somehow. And I missed it because they didn't show it. But anyway, 3-0 Minnesota. Now they're showing it. Reichert from the right hash. Good. It's good. What button is that? All right, let me put that scoring play in the chat. I got the ball on the wrong side. It's so hard to do it from red zone, y'all. It really is difficult to do it from red zone because you never know what you're going to get. You never know what they're going to serve up for you. But that was funny, McCarthy there. McCarthy stiff armed the shit out of that dude, and then the next guy up, he ran into him, squared up. 3-point time slip, says Kenneth Garrow. 57 in the house, y'all. All right, I'll be better on this drive, y'all. I hit the $1 million football on the wrong side. The thing froze up for some reason after the McCarthy personal foul. But we got 56 in here. A lot of people will be absolutely ecstatic with 56 in their chat. So Myles Garrett trying to get the single season sack record for the Browns today. Oh, we got a fumble in that Browns-Cincy game. And Cincy's going to get it. Yep, says Shelby. Vibes are automatically generated. Okay, I'm synonymous. I was drafted by the Packers in 91, says Rapier Porter. All right, Tennessee just took the lead over Jacksonville. For real, for real. Cousins just threw a pick, intercepted by the Saints. Cousins just threw a pick. All right, here we go. Kicks it off. Touchback. Green Bay will start out 1st and 10 at the 35. They're obviously gonna concentrate on the Houston Colts game, which I don't have. I mean, that's what's showing here. I could have done that. I went with my Vikings. Again, I am not seeing this game today. It is on Red Zone, so I'll see when they're in the. Sometimes, whenever they deem it okay. Wilson up the middle for 1 yard. Going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Packers, down by 3. McCarthy was 3 for 3 on that field goal drive for 39 yards. Jefferson already up to 39 yards receiving. They might get him to 1,000 and take him out, Chet. It wouldn't shock me at all. Eric Wilson up the middle this time for no gain. Going to make it 3rd and 9. Touchdown Colts. Touchdown Colts. Leonard, the quarterback. Does that mean that Rivers is done? Rivers is done? All right, 3rd and 9 for the Packers, chat. 3rd and 9, pass incomplete, Tune to Melton, and the Packers will have to punt. The Packers will have to punt, chat. As you should. Yeah, what happened, Porter, when you were drafted? Well, Harry the Hitman get another interception. I hope he does. I hope he does, man. Yeah, well, this could be the last game for a number of Vikings, including the great Harrison Smith, who I think is a Hall of Famer. All right, punt is away. $1 million football to the Vikes. All right, we go to a commercial break. Go to a commercial break in our game. The Vikings, wow, they downed it at the 2. The Vikings are going to start out on the Minnesota 2 when they get back from commercial. River City is done. Old man River's rolling downstream. Jacksonville and Houston are trailing in their games. They were both the favorites, they just said. $65 up in here. Thank you for joining us here. Again, this is a weird one for me, y'all. I can't see the game. It's not being shown in my area here in southern Arizona. So I'm just calling it from the ESPN graphic. Okay. I do have red zone on though, so there will be times where I'll be able to see what's going on. There will be moments. All right, this is offline. Let me fix that so we can see the time of possession down there. All right, so this will be the Vikings' second offensive drive of the game. Green Bay's going to get the football after the half, but the Vikings deep in their own end. Audio not syncing. All right, today's scores from around the NFL and NBA are scrolling on the bottom of your screen there, chat. I'm worried that this thing isn't updating. I'm kind of worried that it's not updating because the breaks are immense. If someone's watching it and they're like really like running plays, tell me so I know if this thing isn't updating. All right, there we go. Mason up the middle for 11 yards and a Minnesota Viking first down. There was a penalty on Green Bay for offsides. Minnesota declines it. Minnesota decides to decline that, chat. All right, let's move this up just a tad. So they got it out to the 13 now. All right, Mason up the middle for 1 yard. That'll make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9, chat. You had a torn ACL? I'm not sure, dog catcher. I'm not sure. They're going to make it a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the Minnesota 14. McCarthy pass short right to Addison. Gain of 8. Going to make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Vikes. 3rd and 1, chat. 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. Oh, Vikes, I want you just to whoop these fools. Just whoop them. No gain. No gain. Going to make it 4th and 1. So Vikings probably got a punt here, right? I think they should go for it. Fuck it. I think they should go for this shit right here, chat. What the hell? You ain't got nothing to lose. India's eliminated. Touchdown, Jaguars. They tie it up with Tennessee. Nope, we punted. We punted. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Packers from the 30. From the 30. It is back at the 30. Sign for the offense. Land Clark, 6 years a referee. Shelby says, "Gah, how's the weather there, Shelby? How's the weather?" And Ingram. So that play is nullified. They're selling a double team here. They see Ingram the guard. They're selling a double team to sell the play action. He just falls forward pretty far down the field. Looking back at the Dallas and Giants game, Dallas. Red zone goes to the Dallas Giants game. All right, big run by Jaden Blue takes it inside the 10. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Cowboys, down by 3. All right, next commercial break or whatever, I'm going to go grab me a drink. Come on, Vikings defense, do something. Let's beat these fools into submission and send them to the playoffs. Still scoreless in that Saints-Falcons game. 4:32 to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless. That one's important for Tampa Bay, right? All right, a field goal in the Texans-Colts game makes it 6-7 in favor of the Colts. All right, Brooks left tackle for 10, then Thune short right to Dabney for 3. And just like that, they're out at the 43, second and 7. Second and 7 for the Packers. First completion of the day for Toon. 6:06 to go in the first quarter. Still no sign of the Vikings on red zone. Go Dodgers, says Jay. Send him down to the back to the pack house. Snow coming in for the next 2 days. I like the setup, says Shelby. All right, Brooks off the left guard for 2 yards, going to make it 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for the Packers. The ball sits on their own 45. Their own 45, Chet. Come on, defense. 3rd and 5 here. iTunes sacked for -6 yards. He fumbles, but it's recovered by Green Bay. And they punt it away. $1 million football over to the Vikes. And Minnesota will start out on the 20, their 3rd offensive possession of the game. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
Cleveland Browns territory with one Jamal Chase, Joe Burrow. I got an awkward release angle there. Just wanted to throw it out there towards this guy, and that's a good guy to look for. Chase came into the day 3rd in the NFL in receptions, 4th in the NFL in receiving.
All right, Chad, I'm back.
Coming on to try to tie it for the Cowboys.
Green Monster. Oh, man, chat. What's up, Daniel Quackenbush? Daniel Quackenbush is up in here. All right, Cowboys about to kick a field goal to tie this. Aubrey, right downtown bang. 3-3 between the Cowboys and the Giants. 5:21 to go in the first.
It's just because I've got more not drink more than you.
We don't have chili dogs. Huh? All right, so this Viking drive will start at the 20, 1st and 10. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fox ain't showing the Minnesota game in Kansas. Yeah, I don't have it either. Daniel. I don't have it either. I don't know how that graphic on the right there moves. I haven't had my mouse on that side of the screen forever. All right, Chandler, right guard for 1 yard. A 1 yard gain on the right. Going to make it 2nd and 9 from the Minnesota 21. Biscuits and gravy. David Minot in the house. Checking in from Daytona Beach, Florida. Mick checks in. What's up, Mick? Valhalla checks in from Washington State. They aren't showing it on anything that isn't paid for, says Shelby. Even locally in Minnesota? McCarthy short right to Jefferson for 12 yards. A Minnesota Viking first down. And I believe that will put Jefferson over 1,000 on the season. Atlanta just scored in their game, y'all. But a flag. You bring it back. So they'll bring it back and they'll still be scoreless. Saints Falcons. But I believe that reception by Jefferson puts him over 1,000, chat, for the season, which I know was one of the Vikings' goals going into today. Chandler left end for 3, but a penalty on Brinson for defensive offsides is going to take it out to the Minnesota 38. It'll be 1st and 5 Vikings with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter. We have 100 in here, y'all. 100 in the house for the first time today. All right, McCarthy's pass incomplete to Sims. It's going to make it 2nd and 5, and they're showing it to me now. It's 2nd and 9 on red zone. A throw caught by Jefferson. Man, this should be the Vikings uniform. They need to go back to these uniforms, chat. So vivid, so beautiful. That needs to be our every week uniform. You know, that and then the old school white one as well. We might have a pick 6 in the Browns-Bengals game. Wow, Devin Bush took it to the house. Ty Chandler for 4 takes it to the Minnesota 42, but that was a 97-yard return in that game. That's crazy. A big 3rd and 1 here for the Vikings, though, chat. Big 3rd and 1 here. Good to get Jefferson his 100. Holmquist in the house. Absolutely the best. I totally agree, chat. All right, so Chandler doesn't get it. -1 yard. Vikings are 0 for 2 on 3rd down here, and they're going to probably punt it. They will probably punt it. They should be killing these fools, and they aren't. It's actually 4th and 2. All right, the Falcons finally do score there. Cousins to London. All right, ball punted. This is down to the Green Bay 10. It'll be 1st and 10 Packers. 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So just for GP, because I know I'll forget, I'll just go make this quarter number 2, and we'll go back to the main. Fake punt. Cheese and rice. Cheese and rice, Shelby. Cheese and rice. All right, so Giants in the red zone against the Cowboys. Incomplete. Anemic offense. Yeah, we don't look real good today. Or doesn't sound like it anyway. I actually feel like that Chinese food again, Chad. I feel like that fried rice again. Dallas blows chunks, says Daniel Quackenbush. Long field goal attempt for Indy. And they push their lead to 4 over the Texans. Orange chicken? No, 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 no. I've decided I no longer like Panda Express. No, I'm talking about from a mom and pop joint. I don't think the COO will go get it for me though. All right, tune pass incomplete to Wilson, but a penalty on Taimani, illegal use of hands. So that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers from the 15. From the 15 now. Dim sum bright. I see ya. Go local. It's better, says Daniel. Yeah, we had given up on this place until yesterday. The Golden Dragon here in town, and I got the beef fried rice yesterday, and it was absolutely delicioso. All right, so we're through one. We are through one in Minnesota there. Vikings with a 3-0 lead. 3-0. Same with pizza. You know what I wouldn't mind is a couple of those frozen burritos. I don't think we got them, though. I don't think we got them, though. Boom, 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 boom. So after one quarter, Tune is 1 for 2 for 3 yards. McCarthy, 5 for 6 for 59. Brooks, 2 carries, 12 yards. Mason, 5 carries, 26 yards. Dabney for the Packers, 1 reception, 3 yards. And Jefferson, 4 receptions, 51 yards. It wouldn't shock me if the Vikings take Jefferson out of this game. We got some Walmart burritos the other day. What's a Walmart burrito? Oh, a one-handed catch by the Saints. That was insane. Who is that dude? Who got that for the Saints? Johnson. Falling down to the ground, brought it into his body and managed to go through the shock of hitting the turf. And the Saints are on the Atlanta side of the 50 already. Bean and cheese and beef and bean. Turpin just took one to the house for the Cowboys. No, they got him at the 10. They got him at the 10. 84-yard kickoff return for Turpin of the Cowboys. All right, we exceeded 1,000 views. We got 95 up in here, up in here. All right, touchdown Cowboys. Bunch of no names scoring today, chat. All right, Eric Wilson, right guard for 1 yard. Going to make it 3rd and 10. They're dropping the play-by-play like 2 plays at a time. A 7-yard pass for 7 makes it 4th and 3. 4th and 3 for the Packers. Or don't you start your shit. Get him. Get him. All right, come on, punt us the ball, fools. You know you ain't going in for 4th and 3 inside the 30. Just punt us the football, you jackwagons. Lakers play the Grizzlies tonight, chat. All right, there's the punt. Fair caught by Jones. The Vikings will be 1st and 10 from their own 22. We go to a commercial. Theo Sam Eagle in the house. What's up, Theo? If Atlanta wins, Carolina makes the playoffs, they just said. Red zone coverage today, correct. Correct. I do not have the game in my area. Which sucks because they're in my favorite uniforms. They're in my favorites. Commercials aplenty, of course. Of course. Of course, of course. The famous Mr. Ed. How are the Vikings looking so far today? Mid, Amanda. Very mid. $13:34 remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Vikes from the 22. Again, ESPN has been loading like 2 plays at a time on this graphic here. It just sits there and doesn't do anything forever. And then Nicholas just subscribed. Welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud. Did you buy a new hat? I did not. I have not bought any Viking swag. for almost 3 years now. I have not bought anything Vikings. Well, I did buy that little Viking statue, so I guess I did violate that. I forgot. I did buy the Victor statue. So I did violate my rule. No, I didn't buy that. I bought the Dodger one. So I'm still Gucci. I just went and got the Viking one out of the tavern. I'm still good. My protest is still active. McCarthy pass incomplete to Sims. Going to make it 2nd and 10 from the Minnesota 22. Chandler left guard for 4. Going to make it 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, chat. Yeah, we got a few points. We got 3 points on our opening drive. And they got Jefferson to 51 yards, Amanda. So his streak of seasons with 1,000-yard receiving still good. Pass incomplete to Jefferson. Going to make it 4th and 6. 4th and 6, and we're going to have to punt it. We're going to have to punt it, chat. A defensive battle. We should be crushing these guys, Amanda. We should be crushing them. By the time the game started, we were like a 2-touchdown advantage. The line was like 2 touchdowns. I think on Red Zone, I think they've only shown the Vikes like twice already, and we're already into the second quarter. Nah, Cody, I can't, buddy. Can't play it. There we go. Punt is away. All right, so 12:34 remaining in the second quarter. Vikings with a 3-0 lead. And Green Bay will start. I think this is probably their 4th possession. I think, chat. Quiet in the chat today, says Daniel. Well, I mean, we're just playing out the string, right? As Viking fans, we're just waiting for the end. We're just waiting for the end of the season, chat. Again, one more again. No Super Bowl. No Super Bowl since I became a fan. Who's this guy? He's a Packer fan. Randy got 300 in there.
For the Titans, but it's the Jags on offense, 1st and goal.
My Jaguars in a tie ball game. Trevor Lawrence to his tight end. Strange. And Brenton Strange. And so they'll have the lead, the Jaguars over the Titans.
Nick Chubb is a healthy scratch today. It's going to be a hold on each one, I believe. Offense number 89. 10-yard penalty. First time. It's the wide receiver, Higgins. Touchdown pass.
You want to stick that Packers helmet right in Val's face, sign up for a membership for as little as $1 a month. 2 more yards to Justin Jefferson. Oh, he needs 2 more? He needs 2 more? I thought it was sub 50, but I believe you. J-Mac, I believe you. Yeah, correct. Correct. A lot of the Packers are off today. They're inactive. They are inactive. They're trying to just give us a dub, y'all. They're trying to give us a dub so our draft position is even worse. All right, pass incomplete, intended for Golden. Going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Packers. 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining in the second quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vikings are taking this game too lightly. Watch them get beat by the second string. Shit, the third string. All right, Brooks up the middle for a 4-yard gain. Going to make it 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Packers. Tune right end, right out of bounds after a 7-yard gain. First down, Packers. First down, Packers, chat. We love the heartbreak, says Amanda. Let's go NFC North to win the Super Bowl. Oh, touchdown Texans. Touchdown Texans to take the lead against the Colts. All right, Brooks right end, pushed out of bounds after a 5-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 5 for the Packers from their own 46-yard line. If you want to cheer on Val's favorite team, start a membership for as little as $1. Absolutely. Little as $1, make you holla. So a 3rd and 3 after a 2-yard gain by Ward there, or by Brooks. Brooks for 2. Going to make it 3rd and 3 from the 48. The Packers are approaching midfield. 10:35 to go in the second quarter. Uh-oh, we might have a fumble. Ruski in the Atlanta New Orleans game. All right, Wilson up the middle for -1. Van Ginkel in on the stop. Going to make it 4th and 4 for the Packers. What are they going to do? What are they going to do, chat? That's a fumble by Cousins, chat. That ball's out. All right, so 4th and 4, chat. 4th and 4 from the 47. Definitely got a defensive battle today, says Holmquist. Go for it, says Eddie Arcio. All right, the Giants get a field goal and cut the Cowboys' lead to 1. All right, there we go. The punt is away. Jones catches it, loses a yard. And we got an injured Green Bay Packer on the play. 9:04 to go in the second quarter. Minnesota 3, Green Bay 0. Does this count as doing 4 games today? I don't understand. I don't. Oh, because I'm doing calling the other stuff. It must count as doing like 8 games. Is this the year the Bears playoff run equivalent to any Bud Grant Viking season? Says Nufo. Well, the Bears already have a championship, Nufo. So, of course, Bud Grant did have a Grey Cup championship. Go Packers go, says Bush.
Harrison Smith jersey. Smith, the excellent safety for the Minnesota Vikings, 36 years old, 14-year veteran, 6-time Pro Bowler, maybe his last game as a Viking, maybe his last game in the NFL, and some of his teammates share that.
All right, chat. Packers are going to win, says Bush. Oh, no, Bush. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. The Packers are not going to win, Bush, because the Vikings want to screw up their draft position even further, okay? That's how we do it. What's this going to be? Like a 6-game win streak for the Vikings? Let me look at this. NFL schedule. Vikings. All right, I don't know what the holdup is. That injured player probably. Oh, we got a fumble in the Texans game. And they're going to recover it just outside the touchdown zone. Wow, brutal. Brutal. All right, Mason for a 4 yards. Going to make it 2nd and 6. So the Vikings trying to end the season on a 5-game winning streak with victories over the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Giants, the Lions, and the Packers. That's what they tried to do here. My best friend in college was from Kasota, Minnesota. I had extra cocktail ingredients, so my tortilla chips are pretty awesome today, says Theo. Short right to Oliver, 22 yards and a Minnesota Viking. First down. First down, chat, for the Vikes. 7:48 before halftime. Mason for 1. Going to make it 2nd and 9. My timeouts might not be right, y'all, because I don't know. Yeah, both teams with 3 timeouts. I touchdown Texans to push their lead to 10 over the Colts. McCarthy passed short right to Jefferson for 17 yards and a Minnesota Viking first down. Jefferson, his 1,000-yard season secured. Now get him out of there, Vikings. Get him out of the game. McCarthy pass middle to Naylor, another 17-yard pickup for a Minnesota Viking first down. And they have the ball now, 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 30. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. JJ over 1,000. I don't know much, but I'm curious why such little faith in the Packers. They aren't playing nobody. All right, here we go. There's Jefferson's reception on red zone. God, those uniforms are so beautiful. Why do we wear that garbage every week when we could just wear those some bitches? Look at that. Give the fans what they want. We want those big block numbers. We want the deep purple. Let's go. Bring back the bright helmets as well. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard run by Chandler. Takes it to the 27. We got a pick in the Jacksonville game. Pick 6, actually. And the Titans are getting whooped. McCarthy pass incomplete, short left, going to make it 3rd and 7 from the 27. Vikings need points before the half. The snot Packers question mark. All right, come on, McCarthy. Let's get this. Let's get this shit into the red zone. 4:57 to go. There we go. Pass the Naylor for 6. So there we go. We throw it for 6 when we needed 7. I hate it. I hate it with my soul. I hate it. We got to go for it here. We're going to kick a field goal, though. Watch us kick a field goal here, chat. God, I hate it. Throwing short of the sticks. McCarthy up the middle for a 1-yard gain. 1st and 10 Vikings, and the Vikings have entered the red zone. The Vikings have entered the red zone. We went for it. This game is horrible, says Joey. Al knows his Vikings, says Theo. A 1-yard gain by McCarthy gives us the first down. They still haven't gone to the Viking game on red zone because they're like, F us. Why is there a picture of why is there a picture of McCaffrey with a toaster under his arm on my screen? What was that all about? 4:34 to go in the second quarter. Both teams with all timeouts. Cuddy incoming, says Holmquist. Neither team wants to win, question mark. Are the Vikings the best team not in the playoffs, chat? Serious question. Are the Vikings the best team that did not make the playoffs? I think they are. I think they are. All right, call. The Green Bay challenged the spot on that play, and the call was upheld. So that means they used a timeout or lost one. He's moonlighting for the Toastmates app. McCarthy up the no, that's the play before. Still no Viking game on red zone, y'all. Still no Viking game on red zone. We're clearly in the fucking red zone. Mason, 7-yard gainer. No, a 13-yard gainer. Takes it to the Green Bay 7. Toastmates, why would you share toast? 4 minutes to go, chat. 4 minutes to go. Vikings, first and goal. First and goal from the 7. Still no sign of them. I'm paying you guys to show me when the Vikings are in the red zone, you pieces of shit. These guys are nowhere near the red zone. McCarthy pass incomplete to Addison. These guys are at the 40, for Christ's sake. Put on the Viking game. So second and goal. Still no. They go to Texans. Idiots.
And the process. Incomplete.
Detroit Lions are the best team to not make the playoffs, says Nufo. Vikings. Incomplete to Chandler. Going to make it third and goal. Everybody wants to hate on Minnesota all the time, says Amanda Wood. They're still not on him. They're still not on him. Not even in a split screen. Not even in a split screen. Incomplete to Jefferson, so fourth and goal. The Vikings are going to kick a field goal here. Vikings are going to kick a field goal. Still no sign of him on red zone, chat. None. Zero. Nada. Nix. All right, field goal is good. Stupid. Now they're going to show it. Now they're going to show the field goal. Man, thank you, Red Zone. You are so cool. Thank you so much, you sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Soccer ad, yeah. All right, so 3:02 remaining in the second quarter. Packers down by 6. They've got 2 timeouts. They will receive the second half kickoff. You're on my TV, says Shelby. RM checks in, says, "Was haggling." What's up, buddy? What's up, RM? Picking up a few subs in this one. A few. All right, so punt is away. It'll be returned A 21-yard return takes it to the Green Bay 22. So going to be 1st and 10 Packers from the 22. The owner called? Your owner? For the first time in my pathetic existence, I want the Raiders to lose, says RM. It's okay. It's okay, RM. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you in the pathetic existence category. He's terrible this year. It's going to be interesting, y'all. I mean, we obviously have a lot of teams we didn't expect to see there in the college football playoffs, right? 3 of the 4 teams in the college football playoffs have never won a national championship. And I think we're going to get kind of the same look in the NFL this year. To be determined, but I think you could see a first-time Super Bowl winner. Eric Wilson up the middle for minus 18 yards? What the hell? That said minus 18 yards. But we're at the 2-minute warning. Did he fumble it? Did that dude fumble it? Anybody that can see the game? It's a 3rd and 24 from the Green Bay 8. What happened there? Anyone that could see that, what happened there? What had happened was, let's get a pick 6 here, baby. Or a scoop and score. We almost got the scoop and score. Maybe. I don't know. Indiana? I think they're going to win it, but still, Indiana has never won a college football championship. The only team to have won one is Oregon. Oregon is the only team to have ever won a natty before of the 4 remaining teams. I'll be streaming both of those semifinal games on Thursday and Friday of this week.
For his teammate, key teammate who is down and only injured on this play, Parker Washington. Shotgun here for Stroud. Stroud's next.
We're with you. We can't see these awesome uniforms either. They're so beautiful, man. They are so beautiful. We got to get rid of that shit we got now. I blame it all on Nike. I love the big numbers. You notice the media darling teams haven't been forced to get rid of those big block numbers. So I'm talking about the Cowboys, the Packers. Why we got to be in that group that has these lame ass numbers on our jerseys? Why can't we be block letters on our regular jersey? They didn't make the 49ers get rid of them. You know what I mean? They didn't make trying to think who else. But look at the Titans. The Titans and Jaguars are a good example. They both have the wonky numbers. They both have some kind of weird font number. Carmen Don Allen in the house. No fumble, got stuffed and broke a tackle and ran backwards. Really? Pass incomplete, 4th and 24. So they're going to punt it to the Vikings. with about 2 minutes remaining, and the Vikes have all 3 timeouts. Yeah, Titans were the old Oilers. All right, punt is away. Best starting field position of the day for the Vikings. 1:47 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 41.
Here, let's sneak it. Show him Burrow. He's dropping back for pass. No Miles Garrett.
We be here till the. All right. Jefferson left in for 3. So they have not taken Jefferson out of this game. Drive the ball down the field. Let's go Vikings, says Shelby. McCarthy to Oliver, 7 yards. 1st down. So the ball now on the Green Bay 49 of the field. The Green Bay side of the 50. 1:28 to go. Vikings still with all 3 of their timeouts. McCarthy pass short right to Chandler. A 2-yard gain. Going to make it 2nd and 8. 1:04 to go. 1:04 to go. General Thor roaming around the house. Less than a minute to go. Right, short left to Jefferson. Incomplete. So quickly going to make it 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8, chat. 141 in the house. That's their high for today as we approach halftime. Everyone is so polite today, says Daniel Queckenbush. All right, incomplete to Jefferson. 3rd and 8. A timeout, Minnesota.
Two-minute warning timeout in Jacksonville. The faithful at Everbank Stadium.
Timeout number 1 for the Vikings. They have 2 remaining. Touchdown, Jaguars. They are whooping the Titans. Whooping them. McCarthy pass incomplete to Addison. They took a shot. The Vikings took a shot there, so the clock stops with 46 seconds on it. The ball. How did we get to the 21? Shit just happens really fast, y'all. They've been doing that though today, putting 2 plays up at once. So unless I'm literally staring at the screen, I miss it. I got buffering on my computer for some reason. McCarthy pass deep right to Sims. 17-yard gain. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Vikes from the 4. The Vikings are in the red zone. Still 42 seconds to go. Still no sign of the Vikings on red zone. They don't want to show the Packers getting whooped, y'all. That's what it is. One of their darlings, these Green Bay Packers. But an 18-yard completion. Chandler up the middle for 2 yards. Vikings will probably take a timeout here. All right, timeout number 2 for the Vikes. Remember, Green Bay gets the ball after the half. Still no sign of the Vikings. You son of a bitches. These son of bitches. Touchdown by Cincinnati against the Browns. A one-handed catch, but a flag. You know, I might not even get red zone next year if they're not going to show my guys when they're in the red zone. I might not even get red zone. F the NFL. Ham up the middle for a 1-yard touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown, Vikings on the rush by C.J. Ham. This could be his last game in a Minnesota Viking uniform. Drafted as an unrestricted free agent. And what a career he's had at fullback for the Vikings. Where you going, BB? For what?
Brad?
Some hot dog buns? That's good.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing. All right, so touchdown, Vikes. So they hook up C.J. Ham with a tutty in what might be his last game in the NFL. Dog catcher back from catching up. Deanna, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud. My day was interrupted when I went to clean the occupied rooms. That's crazy how hard you work, Shelby. All right, they show Ham's touchdown now, a full minute after it occurred. Yeah, this has to be our uniform, chat. That has to be our uniform. All right, what's going on with the extra point here? God, those are beautiful uniforms the Vikes are wearing today. All right, extra point. It's good. Skull Vikings, let's win the game. Skull Vikings, honor your name. Let's get a first down. Let's get a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em. Fight, fight, fight. Am I wrong on the score here, Chad, or what? I'm not mathing. I think it's 13. Yeah, 13-0 after the extra point. So 23 seconds to go. Yeah, what a Viking. What a career. You got it, DC, says Shelby. Skull, says dog catcher. We're at halftime, chat. We are at halftime in Vikings versus Packers. The Packers will get that $1 million football after the half. COO has just departed to get some hot dog buns from the Dollar Stove. So we are at the half with 150 in the house. There are your first half stats. Let's go through them right quick. Toon, 2 for 5 for 10. McCarthy, 13 for 22 for 174. Brooks, 5 carries, 23 yards for the Packers. Mason, 8 carries, 44 for the Vikes. Kenny James, 7 yards on one reception. Jefferson, 5 receptions, 68 yards. Team stats. Packers got 12 total yards on offense. The Vikings, 244. There's been no turnovers. Vikings, 14 first downs. The Packers, just 3. What is going on? Did this guy just set a record on a field goal? I think the Jaguars kicker just set the NFL record for longest field goal. Second longest in NFL history. He's telling everybody to calm down. Youngest kicker to ever get drafted. Jacksonville whooping up. Whooping them up. Is Thor asleep? No, he's roaming around. Vikings 1 for 7 on third down. That's not impressive. Packers 1 for 6. Vikings dominating time of possession 18:59 to 11:01. But 9:41 remaining in the half. We are at halftime. I'm going to take a little break, use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah! It's that time again. You know where you at? Valhalla, let's get it! Turn the sound up!
Lights down low, but the screen bright, glowing. Another game day, the energy flowing. Valhalla's on the mic, yeah, the host with the most. From the west to the Midwest, we raising the toast for the boys in blue. Dodger fan, we run deep while the other fans sleep. These the promises we keep. Every pitch, every swing in the chat, we all in. This ain't just a stream, this a straight up call, and we getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight for the purple and gold or the blue and white. From the Calico sun to the Minnesota cold, for the Vikings faithful, stories yet to be told. Skull Vikes in the house, hear the war horn sound. Best sports talk on the tube, just look around. Then we switching the lanes for the other purple and gold. Laker Nation stand up, watch the legends unfold. This a place for the fans by a real fanatic. The passion is real, man, the vibe's automatic. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight for the purple and gold or the blue and white. Yeah, you see the vision, you feel the pride. Hit that subscribe, nowhere to hide. Smash it like button, show them we here. Become a member, make the message clear. You ain't just a viewer, you part of the crew. Showing that support, yeah, we seeing you. Yeah! The hall is live. Valhalla Sports Talk. We here all day. Let's go!
All right, chat, I am back on the mic. We got about 3:33 before halftime is complete. Vikings with a 13-0 lead. Green Bay will receive the second half kickoff. And yeah. I don't know. The way I'm feeling right now, I think I am going to do the Rams versus Cardinals game. The COO is off at the dollar store right now, fetching us some hot dog buns so I can have me some chili dogs. And that should give me a second little win. A second little win there. I got to start thinking about what I'm going to do tomorrow on the channel. Let me see. All right, so no Lakers tomorrow. They'll play the Pelicans on Tuesday and San Antonio on Wednesday. So we're going to have 2 Laker days in a row after a Monday off. Yeah, so that's what I think I'll do. I think I'll do Lakers versus Pelicans, and then Lakers versus San Antonio. I'm sure Football Nation will do that game as well. And then Thursday, we've got the first game of the Natty, of the semifinals. Right? So on Thursday, it'll be Miami versus Ole Miss. And then Friday, it'll be Oregon versus Indiana. And then we have 3 days of football. The schedule is not out yet for the playoffs, but there'll be games on Saturday, Sunday, Monday for the NFL. That national championship game will come later in the week for NCAA. So that's the plan. 30,776 is the current subscriber count. Andre P. up in here. I have a confession. I'm a 5'4" white guy. I weigh 330. Says Andre P. Yay, wieners, says Amanda. I bet 40 on Green Bay plus 10.5. Gambler alert. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. You should know before you betted. Before you betted that game. The Green Bay resting everybody. They brother and they mother. Let's get a real sport. Dodgers, says Theo. We're still ways away from that, Theo. We've got the World Baseball Classic in March. World Baseball Classic in March. A little Olympic hockey, I'm sure, in February.
Games in play going on right now that will affect seeding in the NFC and the AFC.
Dumb for that bet, says Amanda. Come on now, Amanda. You can't be mean to people in the chat unless you're me. Only I can be mean to people in the chat. Skull, says Everett. Skull, says Everett. All right. We should get back to our deal here any second, y'all. Any second. So that's the plan. We're going to do this triple header today. Battle through it. And then the Lakers on Tuesday, Wednesday. Nothing tomorrow. This tree's got to come down. The Christmas tree will be taken down, and the lights will be taken off the house. Doesn't mean I'm not getting that Dodger baseball itch, says Theo. Isn't opening day at the end of February, says Quackenbush. I don't know if you placed a bet or not, Shelby. I have no idea, girl. I got no way to track that either. There's currently 3 bets on the Vikings, 1 bet on the Packers. That bet on the Packers was Newfo's.
High school jersey. Yes, high school. Johnson, the head coach of the Chicago.
Does Jefferson have a tutty? No, he does not. I'm not being mean. It was the truth, says Amanda. That is correct. You actually have been too nice. Get your shit together, says Andre P. Epiphany today, question mark. All right, so Rams Cardinals next, chat. Rams Cardinals next on the channel. I'll grab that for you. I don't have their emojis loaded yet, though. I'll have to do that when this game ends. I'll have to load their emojis when this game ends. Because I really thought I was going to cancel it. Epiphany is on the 6th. Let me Google. When does the MLB season start? Let me get my Google on. Is MLB doing anything like over in Japan to start the season? I don't know. 2026 MLB baseball season is scheduled to begin on March 25th. I don't think they're doing anything overseas this year. Come on, man. Don't put this shit behind a paywall, you son of a bitch. Man, you can't even ask a question. Yankees and Frisco will technically kick things off the night before the first game. Here it says the earliest scheduled transitional opening day is set for Wednesday, March 26th. Interesting. No BS drops a 10. Is Flores staying? Who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know, man. I appreciate the $10 Valhalla, but I don't know. I imagine there will be offers. I imagine there will be discussions, but he's been passed up for 3 hiring deals now, so I guess we'll all find out together. I guess we will all find out together, my friend. But thank you, No BS, for that $10 Valhalla. Easter is in April. Hey, appreciate it, Carmen. Appreciate it, Carmen. Oh, we're underway, y'all. Shit, we are underway. We're underway. Oh, 1:45. It still says halftime up there, though. Maybe we're not underway. I don't know. Hell. My middle name is Knobs. Sacked for -7. Let's go. I don't know why the time clock hasn't changed, though, chat. Let's hit it with a little refresh.
This has been the best drive of the day. Great job for him to be a decisive.
I'm not really sure why we got no time clock. It says 4th and 15. All right, punt is away to the Vikings. There we go. Clock is activated. $1 million football to the Vikes. Yeah, so we're underway, chat. We are underway in the second half. Again, I can't see the game. I'm dependent on Red Zone. Whenever they feel I am worthy of seeing my team for the money I paid them. But the Vikings drive will start out on their own 14, 1st and 10, up by 13. Alan G in the house. Alan G up in here, up in here. The COO must have went to the K because this is taking a long time, chat. It's taking a long time. She must have gone to the K. Clock disappeared. Yeah, it was gone for a bit. It was gone for a bit, y'all. Let me make sure the COO's okay. At 1st and 10 from the 14.
Gone. Others played the late window against 104 yards against everyone else. Something to kind of file away, something to try and maybe get Cowboy fans here happy at the end.
Yeah, we logged in on that. $81. I figured you must have gone and got some soda pops. Because it took you a while. I was missing you. I was missing you, COO. Thank you. Thank you.
How many curry ducks do you want?
3. Happy New Year's from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, says Glenn. You made the phone crash when you reset your computer, says Amanda. My bad. My bad. McCarthy passed short left to Jefferson for 8 yards. Gonna make it 2nd and 2, chat. 2nd and 2 is the down and distance. T. Kubler in the house. New graphics are awesome. What you talking about? What you talking about, brother? 2nd and 2 from the Minnesota 22. 10:35 remaining in the third quarter. All right, they're showing our game. Let's go. Handoff going left. Brosmer is in at quarterback for the Vikings. Brosmer in at quarterback. So no contact, and he asks out. What did he do now? Jesus criminy. So it's Brosmer in at quarterback. 1st and 10. Shotgun. Brosmer, quick throw right side, caught by Jefferson. And that'll be another 9-yard gain, going to make it 2nd and 1. As a lifetime Vikings fan, I personally am tired of seeing them do well than nothing on the line. We should be winning by over 14. I agree. As a Bears fan, go Vikings, says Glenn. What are Green Bay's total yards, says Dave. It's literally on your screen, brother. Oh, it's covered up a little bit. It's not many, 30-something. Can I please hear the song? I just played it, bro. You missed it. You're very boring. No excitement. Not even for your team. No spirit, says Joe. Salemo. I got a recommendation for you, Joe. I got a recommendation. The Vikings are playing for nothing. Vikings are playing for nothing, and you're not required to be here. So, GTFO. GTFO, little Joe. And here's my spirit. There's my spirit for you, little Joe. Linda Williams checking in from Ohio. They were padding McCarthy's stats for the win. Probably didn't want to start him, but they knew they should get a win. That's weird. Brosmer sacked on that play. Going to make it 4th and 2. Literally playing for nothing here. It's just another lost season for the Vikings. Joe. Tell your mom I said hi. Tell your mama I said hello, little Joe. All right, a punt for the Vikings. .162 in the house here. Little Joe from the Ponderosa? Nah, he was cool. Little Joe from the Ponderosa was cool. This Joe's a dickwagon. So I wonder what the injury is to McCarthy here. All right, we got some pushing and shoving in the Dallas game. Little Joe from Pocono. Joe's probably a Packer fan, chat. He's probably a Packer fan. Hey, y'all, I got a picture in my email from Miss Gracie. Now the Vikings decide to be good. This will be 5 wins in a row after today. Cody, they don't have the song on YouTube or Spotify, bro. Long time between plays when you can't see the game, chat. How the hell are you supposed to show excitement when your team missed the playoffs and every week they ruin their draft position even further and the game is not on in your local area? What a jackwagon. You just have to watch the streams, Cody. What's the over-under for punts? This is Kubler. All right. False start on the Packers, so it's going to make it 1st and 15. The life of a Viking fan, no shit. And then you got these little Joe bastards. Raiders will beat the Chiefs. Bank on it, says Everett. All right, Toon scrambles for a gain of 16. First down, Packers. Ain't in the mood for Cody's either. I ain't in the mood for Cody's either, chat. 2nd and 3. after a 7-yard gain by Brooks. Joe hasn't seen me do a Dodger game. If you want a little excitement, says Conrad, just slap into a Slim Jim. All right, Brooks, left tackle, 9 yards. All right, so the Vikings defense giving up big chunks here all of a sudden. Big chunks here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Packers from their own 39. Packers up to 70 total yards on offense. Left tackle for 5 yards, going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Packers from their own 44.
He's been in every single snap, and it is exhausting. Rushing against 6'8", 350-pound tackles.
All right, Wilson off to the right guard for 6, another first down. We can't get the game here in Daytona either. However, enjoy listening to you anyway, says David Minot. Appreciate it, buddy. 1st and 10 from the 50. Come on, Vikings defense, wake up. Wake up. Gary Woolman rooting for them Rams. A little trickery by the Giants on the 2-point conversion. They lead the Cowboys 24-10. How about them Cowboys? Val is 28 degrees too cool to go to DQ, question mark. No. No, I don't think so. I figured the Dairy Queen's closed back there during the winter, but I guess not. Tune scrambles, a 1-yard gain, going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Packers from the Minnesota side of the 50. Eric Wilson tackled by Eric Wilson. Brooks, no gain. No gain on the right side there. Going to make it 3rd and 9. Let's stop him right here. Let's stop him right here. Don't let him get any breathe. Don't let him get any air. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was a non-contact injury, whatever it was. But yeah, McCarthy out. McCarthy, I just don't know what the Vikes are going to do there, Chad. I think they got to bring somebody in to compete with him. But he ain't it, apparently. He ain't it. He can't stay healthy to save his ass. He cannot stay healthy. Spoon is sacked by the Vikings defense for an 11-yard loss, and the Packers are going to have to punt.
Just posted this. Baker Mayfield mesmerized at the top.
Glenn says, I bet you, except for Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons, every other Green Bay Packer will play next week against the Bears. Probably. DQ Braziers stay open year-round. Told everyone at the beginning of the season, even with terrible quarterback, this team can still win 9 games. I'm not sure, Liquid. He was just shaking that right hand. All right, punt is away. Vikings going to start from deep in their own end again. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 8 as we approach the end of the third quarter. A fast moving third quarter. All right, a field goal for the Falcons. Wow, so Carolina or Tampa Bay is going to get eliminated. It's never too cold for DQ. My question is Glenn, which Bears will be healthy? Well, I don't know, brother. We're going to find out together on that too. We will find out together on that too. All right, 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 8. 152 to go in the third. They have a 13-point lead. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a Vikings year in review stream tomorrow night. Maybe that's what I'll do. Wow, this is Shelby Minnick. How about some little cheesy on the chili dogs, baby?
Find it, Thor.
Bears are out of the playoffs. No, the Bears won the division, Amanda. The Bears won the division. I don't know what's taking so long here, Chad. I don't know what's taking so long. But I did just see that my chili dogs are here. And I hope that Joe is hungry. And he's gonna watch me eat these bitches. That's what I hope. Veteran quarterback, starter, and good draft pick would make this a Super Bowl contending team. Noah Sewell is done for the year. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
What else do you
Nothing. All right, Chandler, right tackle for 2. Going to be 2nd and 8. We be here till the victory is won. Was supposed to say, are they? All right. Brosmer pass short right. 9-yard gainer. First down. COO alert. Larry Love, Green Bay Packers. Shook. Bears kick butt this year. Let's try to do this without screwing up my deal. No onions? I'm not an onion guy, bro. I am not an onion dude. All right, Scott, left tackle, 6 yards. Gonna make it 2nd and 4. All right, this is the sloppiest of the 3, chat. This is the sloppiest of the 3. Tell the COO she should have squeezed a 4th hot dog on that plate. All right, we're through 3, chat. We're through 3. The Viking season is almost over. All right, so I'm gonna attack the side here. In the interest of maintaining chili dog stability. Eat a hot dog. All right, Chad, I'm just guessing. I am just guessing that Jefferson has been pulled from this football game. Looks like a Sonic chili dog. Chicago dogs are better than chili cheese dogs. The Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest winner is Give Me a Bite, says Shelby. There you go. The roommate Greg, who's a Vikings fan and is seated to my left, does not like onions. I'm just not an onion guy on my hot dog. Usually, if I eat onions, they got to be diced up pretty good. I would probably like them on a hot dog nowadays. Liquid says that looks good. 2nd and 4, y'all, from the Minnesota 25. Matt Hoagland, welcome to the Berserkers.
Jackson entire second half so far. It's been 31-7. Trevor Lawrence.
All right, still nothing in our game. I don't know what's taking so long. Randy Moss should come out of retirement. As long as it's not Cincinnati chili, he's good. Chili and spaghetti. I've never done it. Daniel. I don't think it sounds horrible, but I have never done it. All right, Chandler, a 5-yard gain on the left side, going to make it 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
Back in the Minnesota.
Yeah, they actually show us some of the Viking game here. Rosmer pass. Jefferson takes it to the 40. 101 yards for Jefferson on the day as they try to make him happy. Chili and mac and cheese? Syrup and spaghetti? No. That one I say no. Val is 100% in control of the chili dog quality approval testing. I don't think I would mind chili and spaghetti. I've never heard of that. Brosmer pass incomplete, a penalty on Green Bay. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22. Oh, we bet to score. I'm defrosting some Costco hot dogs and breaking out some Hormel. That's what this is. This is Hormel chili. Chandler for 3 on the right side. And the Vikings are in the red zone. Breaking out the Chef Ryobi. Almost 200 in the chat, y'all. All it took was for me to eat some chili dogs. 2nd and 7. Drip show in the house. Incomplete to Felton. Defensive offside. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And the red zone continues to ignore this game. The red zone channel continues to ignore this game. Scott up the middle for 1 yard. Going to make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 Vikings. Wolf's is Texas chili, so it's certified good. Anthony Discerner checking in from Gallup. Does that Wolf's chili have beans in it? Rosmer pass short right to Scott. 8-yard gain. Minnesota Viking first down. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Timeout, Minnesota. It comes without beans, says Daniel. $11:31 remaining in the 4th quarter. Vikings looking to score again. Failed, chat. I failed. I failed, y'all. We had a bean. Make the jump. You can't get Wolves with or without beans. Texans eat it without. Nobody tell Theo. Nobody tell Theo. Rosemer, what are we doing? What did Brosmer just do here, chat? That's when they'll show us. They're saying that it's a fumble recovered by the Packers. Brosmer chips over one of his linemen, gets up, fumbles the ball, looking around all stupid. And this is going to be Packer ball. What's the timestamp? Holmquist says, I want to personally thank you, Valhalla, for a great Viking season. Definitely back next year, says Holmquist. What the hell was that, chat? What made Brosmer think he could just stand up casually holding the ball like he's the Statue of Liberty? Oh!
Down by contact. This will be showing on the replay, and this will remain Dallas football.
Goodness, good. Godless says, assuming he sees my comment. I didn't see your comment. When the season is all over, Valhalla, what changes would you expect with the Vikings? I think we're going to lose a lot of veterans. Godless, I think we're going to lose a lot of veterans. I don't know, man. It's actually kind of scary. Kind of scary. I don't think they'll fire Quessy. I don't think they'll fire the general manager. He has done a horrible job of drafting for this team. I don't know, man. I have a weird feeling they're going to try to trade for a veteran quarterback. Appreciate it, Divot. This napkin went through it, chat. All right, Toombs sacked for -10. So 2nd and 20 from the 15 now. Do you think a move will be made to get Joe Burrow? I think there will be discussion. I think there will be discussions between the Vikings and the Bengals about Joe Burrow. The Vikings and Bengals over the years have been trading partners quite frequent. Short middle to Golden. Short right to Wilson for 4. It's going to be 4th and 16.
It looks like his future's extremely bright. A perfect fit in this offense. He can run routes out the backfield. He's a quick one-cut runner. We have not forgotten about the Saints.
We'll give Flora the last bite, y'all. Another rebuild year. Building around the future quarterback. Yeah, I don't know. If McCarthy's hurt again, and he obviously is, I think that pulled some levers, chat. I think McCarthy getting hurt in this game made some levers go. You know what I mean? I think that popped some circuits. So a punt back to the Vikings. 9:44 to go in the Viking season. Maybe it was Joe Burrow that thought Val was boring. It probably was. It probably was. Yeah. It probably was that fool. Holtz Leonard, 2 passing touchdowns. Minnesota is just training camp, says Jeebus. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Vikes from their own 18, up by 13, 9:44 to go. Won't the Lions be without Noah Sewell's brother on the offensive line today? I don't know, bro. I don't know shit about the Lions, just that I hate him. Takes time to develop a franchise with a quarterback league. Don't be talking about popping circuits. I forgot it. That's not why I brought it up. I apologize, Shelby. Joe B was checking out Viking live streams before demanding a trade. Vikings the best. We get the dubs, says B Dog. Yeah, a lot will happen in the offseason. Like someone mentioned earlier, you don't know if Brian Flores will be back as defensive coordinator. Does Kevin O'Connell continue to call plays? We're obviously going to be picking in that 20 range again, right? Think about it. Through the years, who have the Vikings kept as great players for the Vikings? Says Jeebus. All right, there we go. Joe Burrow just was sacked by Myles Garrett, and Myles Garrett is your single season sack leader. Set a record 23 sacks on the year. Vikings quarterback Mahomes. Burrow may want to have some time with the Jets since he was his other college receiver. That's a good point, Liquid. That's a good point. All right, Mason up the middle for 19 yards. Bullard injured, but a first down Vikings. First down Vikings, 1st and 10 from their own 37. Garrett, an iconic beast. KOC will only give up the play calling sheet from his cold, dead fingers, says Kubler. I think Joe Burrow looks like Kevin McAllister from the movie Home Alone, says Divid. All right, nearly 200 in the chat. We're over 4,000 views. It's 1st and 10 Vikings from their own 37.
Victory for Myles Garrett. We'll look at that replay a few more times of Joe Burrow going down in the arms of that.
They must be taking care of Bullard. That's the delay here. Joe Burrow cooler than that. Macaulay Culkin. So next on the channel, y'all, I'll be doing Cardinals versus Rams. Unless I change my mind in the next 9 minutes, 18 seconds. Mason, a 24-yard banger for a Minnesota Viking. First down. First down, Vikes from the Green Bay 39. Let's do it again. Joseph Shalda in the house. Cool, says Godless Being. Cowboys are a lost cause. Cards have been awful this season. What's up, Joseph? What's up, man? So Mason with 89 yards on the day on 13 carries. I don't know if Mason was signed for a year. Mason up the middle for 5 this time. Going to make it 2nd and 5 from the Green Bay 34. Was Mason a 1-year deal? Do a combo with the Raider game? 9:18 game time, 35 minutes real time? Yeah, exactly. Man, that the Colts have kind of come back on the Falcons here. I mean, on the Texans. Broncos Chargers going to smack each other around before the playoffs. 2 years on Mason. F. Sam Darnold. F. Sam Darnold. Giants don't know how to tank. Neither do the Vikes. Oh, Brosmer passed short to Ham for 6. First down, Vikes. They're at the Green Bay 28. At the Green Bay 28, chat. Running back Jordan Mason signed a 2-year, $10.5 million contract. The deal includes $7.23 million guaranteed. Guaranteed. Someone just got thrown out of this game. The Colts game. They threw the receiver for the Colts out of that game. Remember Jack Ham? Yeah, I remember him. First and 10 for the Vikes from the Green Bay 28. Time of possession almost even all of a sudden. Well, not really, but. All right, what time is the Rams game supposed to start, Chad? How are we looking on start time? What is my turnaround going to look like? What is my turnaround going to look like? 2:15. It's 1:29. Well, I meant to grab the link for y'all. I have to remember to put the emojis in for that game. But this is the next game on the channel right here. Six-yard. What is the holdup again? I'm from Los Angeles, but I'm currently living in Arizona. The purple incarnation of Satan is dominating, says Jared. We be here till the victory is won. All right, here's the link for the next stream. Cardinals Rams. All right, Brosmer, short left. The time changed, but the play didn't. He's a North Dakota boy, then California to Arizona. Yep. Let's just get her done here, says Shelby. I don't know what the holdup is. What's the holdup? Still no love from Red Zone. Peter says, miss you. Go Vikings. Old, says Daniel. Colts hit a field goal. What is going on in our game chat? What is anybody watching it? Anybody watching this game? What is going on? Why are we frozen? Why are we frozen, chat? I don't understand. All right, pass incomplete to Sims. All right, we're kicking a field goal on red zone. So they finally show it. It's well ahead of me. But the Vikings hit the field goal.
Of offense. 16-0. Minnesota is going to end the season it would appear, on a 5-game win streak.
So the Vikings will win 5 to end the season. Just like I predicted 5 weeks ago. Just like I predicted 5 weeks ago, chat. I might just go live tomorrow night for a State of the Vikings rant. Your timestamp was right, says Liquid. Yeah, I don't know what the holdup was there. I don't know what the holdup was on ESPN. Now, let's not let these fools score. Let's shut them out. Shut their asses out. I am listening to you as there is no TV at the pizza place. 5-game win streak, not too shabby. Well, it's just what we do. It's what we do. When all was lost, and the Vikings pretty much were eliminated already from the playoffs, we decided to play some football. It's fucking stupid when you think about it. I mean, I hate the idea of tanking. I hate it, but you'd think we could have lost at least one. A 33-yard return takes it out to the Green Bay 39, so a big return. I'll be here for the next one, says Shelby. Appreciate it. All right, so what could the Vikings do to break my purple heart in Week 18 with 4:03 to go? They could give the Packers a touchdown here. That's what they could do. So that's what'll happen. Thor, who is that? Who's that, Thor? There's a kitty cat out there, Thor. What happened? Timeout. There's a kitty cat out there. I saw him go by. He's over by the cars. Yeah, get him. Get him. Timeout, Pat. Timeout. Some Minnesota called a timeout. A little late to play ball. I'll be drinking coffee for the next one, says Everett. Let's get the shutout here, damn it. Skull, says Linda Rose. Hand the Packers a touchdown. Great pizza where I am. Al Capone's in Bloomington, Illinois. Nice, Glenn. Nice. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Packers. They're on red zone. And that's where the Vikings took their timeout. I don't know what the big deal is here. There's some kind of thing going on. Oh, Harrison Smith taken out. Harrison Smith taken out of the football game. And he doesn't look like a guy that's going to be back next year. This looks like the sayonara means goodbye. What a great career for Harry the Hitman. They wanted to see him get a pick to get 40 in his career. But wow, what a career for Harry the Hitman. I might make lasagna. Good pizza rocks. "14 years he played in a Minnesota Viking uniform. Packers rolling right. A throw. Takes it past the 50 for another first down.
Again, when you think about almost 40 interceptions.
So I think Harry will go in the Hall of Fame, Chad. I really do think he will make the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but we'll see. Salute to the Hitman. Yep. So we're at the 2-minute warning. Congratulations on retirement. All right, there's Phillip Rivers on the Colts sideline in a hoodie. Seven games in a late window. I think I get that Rams game. I would think I do. If I don't, I might not do it. I might bail out. All right, but we're at the 2-minute warning. Green Bay has the ball at the Minnesota 28. Green Bay will kick a field goal to avoid the shutout. They are that petty. It hasn't been confirmed, Godless. It hasn't been confirmed, but it sure looked like it there. That was a good buy right there. Show the game, says Chris. I will not. Rivers going back to retirement. Yep. And I couldn't show the game even if I wanted to, Chris, because I don't have the game. I don't have the game. So it's a 3rd and 1 for the Packers from the Viking 28. They're down by 16. And a field goal would totally screw up that betting line. Third and 1. We're still sitting here. I don't know, man. I just don't think it's updating. Wilson left in for 5 yards, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Packers still with all 3 of their timeouts. We prefer Val in the chat calling the shots. No spoilers. Picked off by the Texans. Still plenty of time left in that game. So from the 23, has Green Bay been in the red zone this game? I don't think so. I don't think they've been in the red zone. They only have 103 total yards in this game. Someone should get Sirius XM NFL, says Daniel. I canceled Sirius earlier in the year. Pass for 4 takes it to the 19, and the Packers are in the red zone. Watch them go to the red zone on the red zone deal here for the Packers. They sure as hell didn't do it for the Vikes in this game, but watch them. They'll show this game all of a sudden. Giants are going to absolutely throttle the Cowboys. Wilson left tackle for 5. Makes it 3rd and 1. They're on the Minnesota 14. We got less than a minute to go. A touchdown would totally screw that betting line. Yeah, they have the games on XM. Pack don't want to be shut out. 1st and 10 from the 11. Two-yard gainer. Timeout number 1 by the Packers. I canceled a bunch of unnecessary payments, says Shelby. Me too. I've been canceling them. Come on, defense, please shut the door, says Holmquist. I don't have a bet on this, but I know that line. That's crazy that they went the whole game and they're going to get it right at the last. That's got that little smell of rigged, the little rigged smell. Harrison Smith, a first-round draft pick in 2012, has played his entire career with the Vikings. Facts. Harry the Hitman. Was that Kelsey's girlfriend? I don't know. Weren't the Giants the team that were competing with the Raiders for the number 1 pick? Just as mentioned, here's the handoff. Run up the middle. Vikings defense stops him at the 6. I told you they would go to this. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They went away from it at 1 second. They went away from it with 1 second to go, and the clock is stopped because Green Bay called a timeout. They're going to call. Oh, my God. The Packers are going to kick a field goal with 1 second left to avoid the shutout. What a poverty move. What an absolute poverty move by the Packers. This is sadness. This is absolute poverty. They kick the field goal. That's some Packer loser bullshit right there, chat. I can't even believe that. I can't even believe it. That was poverty. That was poverty, man. That cost so many people money, too. Eddie Pat, I know, RD. I figured. Remember that. But this one's final, chat. That was some poverty right there, y'all. All right, I'm gonna end this and switch over, y'all, for the Rams Cardinals. Vegas made him do it. Holmquist says, see y'all next Viking season. Let's do a shot game every time he says poverty. Let's take a shot. You must be a Packer fan. They hid their curds. That was horrible, y'all. So the Vikings end the season with a 5-game win streak. Totally shit the bed as far as draft position. Yosemite Hiker in the house. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. All right, I'm out, y'all. I'm out. I'll be back for Rams versus Cardinals. Deuces. So the Packers suck. F the Packers. Packers suck.